This is the second series of Process Grid component training. And in this series, we're going to learn how to edit a field in a table using a stored procedure. Now, this isn't necessarily the preferred way of doing that because you could be violating a Macola business rule. The best way would be to use a table change object. At this point in time, WiSys does not have a comprehensive list of table change objects, but that will change over the course of the year. We're going to start off in Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio because we have to begin by developing our stored procedure here. Now, the first thing I have is a drop of the stored procedure, update manufacturing lot number, and I have to do that because when I send you update to get this lesson, that stored procedure will be installed. So if you want to repeat the lesson, the first thing you need to do is drop that stored procedure so we can start all over again. So I'm going to comment that out. And we're going to come over here and look at our database and our table structure. And the table we're going to work on is the IM lot serial master table. So we're going to create the stored procedure. And this is a very simple stored procedure. Just copy that down. So I have to repeat it. And we're going to update the manufacturing lot number, so I need to pass that. And you should always use the same data type. So it's a char 30. Very easy to do. And we also have, what I like to use is the ID, because it's a direct pointer without having to pass all the indexes. And it's great for small tables or even fairly large tables. It's not much of a penalty to use that field. So that's a numeric 90. I just repeat that. And I'll say that as, and we're going to do an update of IM lot serial master, and I'm going to use direct SQL because in this case I have to make this specific to a version. So let me go back and get the column list again, just so I don't misspell anything. And I want to come down here and get manufacturing serial number, and I'm going to set that equal to that value where ID equals add ID. That's simple. So all I'm going to do is update the lot serial master table and set the manufacturing serial number equal to a passed in value that we're going to do in our grid, and then from the view we'll just pass the ID through and automatically just update that. So let's see if this executes. It does. And so now we have created our stored procedure. So now we need a new component. We need to encapsulate that. So I need to come down here and start a stored procedure. And by the way, I'm in Grid Component Training 2, a project already started. And this is going to be Lesson 1. Editing table fields. And this is creating a stored procedure component. And this is just a component. So there's nothing to this. We just need to give it a name, description, and then we just go out and look up our stored procedures. This is just a lookup directly to the database. And I could just type in update manufacturer. Yeah, there it is. Oops. And you notice immediately finds the two fields that we need to use in the stored procedure, the two passing values. So it does all that just by looking at the database. And that is it for lesson 1, and all it takes to encapsulate and create a stored procedure, which we'll use in lesson 2. I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video tutorial, and I encourage you to move on to the next video tutorial in this series.